Hello and welcome to your mat. So my name is Kristin and this will be a gentle yoga practice. So it's something that you maybe can turn to on a day that you're feeling a little bit tired or you just want to move a little bit slower. Think of it more like a slow flow or a really taking time and space for you to connect to your breath. So for practice today we'll need a few props. You can go ahead and grab a strap, or you can use a belt would also work, or that that tie if you have a robe that will also work well. I have a yoga strap here. You'll need a block or a box. I showed in my last video I had a shoe box. You can also use a stack of heavy books. This is a yoga block. And you'll also need a blanket. So I have a nice yoga Mexican blanket where it's nice and stiff. You can use any blanket as long as it's not too slippery. So we're going to get started today on our backs. So you're going to take your blanket and open it up a few times. Make sure when it's folded nice and flat and smooth. You're going to open it up so it's pretty wide, and then you're going to fold it and roll it in nice and tight. So it's a nice long tube. So move all your other props to the side and make your way down onto your back. Your blanket's going to stay down near the base of your mat. So you can roll down onto your side first, and then onto your back. And you'll grab your blanket, wrap it around your ankles, tuck it underneath your side so it's up near your hips, and you'll open your knees wide, soles of your feet together. So it's a supported Supta Baddha Konasana. So you can adjust it tighter, looser. You can fold up your mat more if you need a little bit more support, if you want your knees higher to the ceiling. But you should feel supported here. It shouldn't feel like a super big stretch, but it should feel like an opening. So take a moment and get adjusted here. If you lay back here and you're like, oh gosh, Kristin, this does not feel gentle. This is a big stretch. It does not feel good on my low back. Then come back to this pillow. So just having the soles of your feet on the ground and your knees up. I want you to find a position that you can rest into and you can focus on your breathing. So once you find that position for yourself, close your eyes. Bring one hand to your belly. Bring one hand to your heart. And notice your breath. Feel your breath moving in and out through the tip of your nose. Moving through your nostrils, the back of your throat, and deep into your lungs. And notice how you can feel your breath in the hand that's on your belly, as well as the hand that's on your chest. We're going to start with a 3-part breath here today. So as you inhale into your low belly, your pelvic bowl. Continue that inhale into your stomach region. Then finish the inhale by inhaling into your rib cage, front, side, and top of your rib cage, back. And exhale out, reverse, out from your rib cage, from your stomach area, low belly and stomach. So again, inhaling into your low belly, mid-belly, mid-back. Inhaling into your rib cage and upper back, your chest. Then exhale, reverse from your chest. Mid-stomach, low belly. We'll just continue with that, this 3-part breath, inhaling into your low belly, mid-belly, rib cage and chest. Exhaling, reverse. Rib cage and chest. Stomach, low belly. And just continue this breath on your own. Breathing from the base of your spine to the top of your spine on your inhales. And as you exhale, you reverse that. So you exhale from the top of your torso to the bottom of your torso. So continue this on your own for a few breaths. See if you can smooth out your breath. So if you might notice, maybe it feels a little sticky to breathe into your low belly or maybe your rib cage. Maybe the exhale feels a little bit rumbly or stuck. But see if you can bring yourself a little bit of smoothing out of the edges of your breath. Finding ease with each inhalation and exhalation. I have a quote from Nich Hahn I'd like to share with you. It says, "Breath is the bridge which connects life to consciousness, which unites your body to your thoughts. Whenever your mind becomes scattered, use your breath as the means to take hold of your mind again. Whenever your mind becomes scattered, use your breath as the means to take hold of your mind again." So that's exactly what we're going to do today in our practice. We're going to use our breath as a means to bring our scattered thoughts to a center, to bring our scattered mind, that jumping fish of your mind, to the here and the now. Take one more full round of breath, inhalation and exhalation in this 3-part sequence. And finish that last exhale. Bring your hands to the outsides of your knees. Close your knees together. Bring your feet flat on the floor. And just take your blanket roll. You can move it either over your head or out to the sides. And walk your feet up so they're about close to your bum. So if you extend your arms long by your side, your fingertips are getting pretty close to your heels. Your hips, your knees, and your ankles are all in a line. Return to a nice natural breath in and out through your nose without overthinking it, but allowing that smoothness, that ease of your breath to remain throughout practice. Exhale out your air, and as you inhale, press into your feet, lift your hips up off the ground. Exhale, lower your hips back down, nice and smooth. We'll do that again. Inhale, lift your hips up off the floor. Exhale, lower your hips back down to the floor. We'll do this again. Inhale, lift your hips up for a count of 3, 2, 1. Exhale, lower your hips down. 3, 2, 1. So working with our breath again, we're going to try to find an even breath. So even inhale and exhale. This time lengthening it a little bit for a count of 4. So inhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhaling to lower for 4, 3, 2, 1. And again, inhale, lift for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhaling to lower for 4, 3, 2, 1. You can continue with that. If you like a little bit more, you can add on your arms. So as you inhale for a count of 4, your arms can reach up towards the ceiling. And then your backs of your hands will touch the floor above your head. If this is too much on your shoulders, just keep your arms by your side. And then exhale, arms lower, hips lower at the same time. Hips down, arms down, end of your exhale. We'll do that again. Inhale, see if you can stay with that count of 4, lifting 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhaling lower, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's do that 2 more times if you'd like. Maybe extend the breath to a count of 5. 5, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, lower, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last time if 5 felt too much, go back to 4. Or here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, lower, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Just return to a nice natural breath in and out through your nose. No need to count. No need to cultivate different parts of your torso, but just let the breath move in and out through your nose. Roll your knees around towards the ceiling. Release your low back a little bit. Rock side to side, forward and back, whatever feels good. Let's do one more thing here on our back. So open your knees, feet back to the floor, knees bent, and walk your feet up so they're about as wide as your mat. And then open your arms You can either have your arms on a goalpost, or I'll sit up so you can see this. So you're laying flat on the floor. Your arms can either be in goalposts like this, or if you have space, open your arms wide into a T. I'm gonna come back on my back to show you this. So I'm gonna have my arms in goalpost. You'll let both of your knees, again, feet about as wide as your mat, knees bent. Let both of your knees fall to the left, and then send your gaze to the right. So you're looking towards your right hand. Bring your legs back through center, bring your nose back towards the ceiling. Exhale, let your legs fall to the right. This time, gaze to the left, looking towards your left hand. Inhale, bring your knees back through center, bring your nose back through center. We'll continue that. Exhale, knees to the left, gaze to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, knees to the right, gaze to the left. Inhale, center. Allow your breath and your movement to be nice and smooth. Exhale, knees to the left, gaze to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, knees to the right, gaze to the left. Inhale, center. A few more times. Exhale, knees left, gaze right. Allow your belly to be soft, your breath to be smooth. Inhale, center, relax your jaw. Exhale, knees to the right, gaze to the left. Let the muscles on the sides of your neck just be soft and supple. Inhale, center. One more time each side. Exhale, gaze to the right, knees to the left. And eyes can be open or closed here. If your eyes are open, let your gaze be soft. Inhale, legs through center, nose through center, other way. Exhale, knees to the right, gaze to the left. Inhale, center. Nice. This time, extend your legs long. Reach your arms up over your head. Point your toes, stretch through your fingers. Get really long. Take a nice big inhale here. Exhale, curl your knees into your chest. Wrap your forearms over your shins. Pull your nose to your knees. We'll do that one more time. Inhale, get long. Find the edges of your body from toe tips to fingertips. In breath. Exhale, curl and get really small. Nose to knees. Forearms over shins. Give yourself a hug. Then exhale, release your head, neck, and shoulders back down onto the mat. Roll onto your side. Use your hands to press yourself up to a seat. And then gather your blanket wherever it has gone. Unroll your blanket. I'm going to fold my blanket in half one more time, so it's more this, about this size. And depending on the size blanket you have and the way it's folded, everyone's blanket will probably look a little different. I'm going to lay my blanket down on my mat for a little support for my knees. So it's right in the middle of my mat. Put my knees onto my blanket. And I'll place my hands onto my mat underneath my shoulders. So hands underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips. Moving through a few cat and cows. So as you inhale, pull your shoulders back, reach your heart forward. Let your tail lift up towards the sky. Gaze up towards the ceiling. Your teeth rest together. Your tongue falls away from the roof of your mouth. And then exhale, curl under, chin to chest. Tuck your tail down between your legs. Gaze back towards your navel. Press the ground firmly with your hands so your shoulder blades slide apart. Inhale, belly drops, heart pulls forward, tail lifts. Cow pose. Eyes are soft. Gaze is soft. Exhale, curl under. Chin to chest, navel to spine, press the ground. Just continue that a few times on your own. Inhaling. And exhaling. Just as your breath has begun to get smoother as we entered this practice, see if you can allow the movement of your spine to also be smooth. You might find some rumple strips of sorts in your spine, right? That one part. Usually, for me, it's like my middle upper back is just a little bit tight. It's a little bit stuck. See if you can send your breath there and see if you can smooth out that part of your spine. For some people, it might be your lower back. For others, it might be your neck. Let's see if you can just take a few more rounds of cat and cow and focus your movement, focus your breath into that area that feels a little bit sticky. Inhale, come back to neutral spine. Nice. So make sure your block or your box or perhaps your stack of books is nearby. You're going to place it underneath your left hand and step your right foot forward. Make sure your right ankle and right knee are lined up. Keep your left hand on the block and then inhale, lift your right arm towards the sky. Taking a nice gentle twist here. Option, you can keep your back knee on the ground or you can tuck your toes under and lift your knee up, coming to a nice long lunge. I just want you to circle out your wrist a few times here. One way, other way. Curl in and flex open your fingers a few times. Nice. And then gently lower your knee back down to the blanket if it's not already there, and bring both hands to the top of your right thigh. And then make sure your ankle and your knee are in a nice line. So it's a 90-degree angle here in your front knee. You can stay here, finding a little bit of support, length through your spine, lifting up through the crown of your head. Or reach both your arms up towards the sky. Let your shoulders drop away from your ears, wrap your triceps forward. Take a few breaths here, in and out through your nose. Take another inhale. Exhale, release your hands back behind you. Grab onto opposite elbows and just pull your forearms down as you lift your heart up a little bit more, opening through your shoulders. If you want a little bit more, you can hold hands with yourself. Pull your knuckles down as you lift your heart up. Then exhale, gently release. Bring your left hand back to your block, right hand to the ground or fingertips to the ground. Step back so you're kneeling. Bring both hands down to the earth and just send your hips side to side a few times. You can take your left knee and shake it out. We'll come to the other side. Take your block underneath your right hand. Your right hand is stacked right underneath your right shoulder. Take your left leg forward. So now your left knee and your left ankle are in a 90-degree angle. Keeping your right hand down on the block, lift your left arm towards the sky. So an option here, you can stay here with your back knee on the ground or tuck your back toes under. Lift your knee, find a nice long low lunge. And then here I just want you to move your wrist. And the other way, loosening it up. Then do a few scrunches and lifts of your fingers, releasing your hand. And then slowly, if your knee's lifted, drop your knee back down onto the mat. Bring both your hands to the top of your left thigh. And come up so you're in a nice crescent pose. So again, you can stay here. Again, make sure your knee, ankle are lined up. Or if you'd like a little bit more, reach your arms up towards the sky. Breathing in and out through your nose. Exhale, reach your hands back behind you. Hold hands either with yourself or grab onto opposite elbows and see if you can take the opposite grip that you did before. You might not remember, but usually it's the one that doesn't feel normal. So grab onto your elbows or your hands, pull your knuckles down, pull your forearms down, lift your heart up, squeeze your shoulder blades together behind your back. Take another inhale. Exhale, slowly release. Bring your right hand back to the block. Bring your left hand or fingertips to the floor. Step back to all fours. Move your block just out in front of you. Shake out your right knee. We're going to take one down dog pose today. So walk your hands forward, one handprint. Walk your knees back just a little bit. Lift your tail to the sky, tuck your toes, exhale. As you press firmly into the earth, lift your hips up. And in our down dog today, I want you to keep your knees really bent. We'll take about 10 breaths here. If you have any shoulder issues going on today or this for whatever reason doesn't feel good to you, you can come to a puppy pose, which is when your hips are stacked over your knees. You rest your forehead on your ground and your hands are out in front of you. So you're making kind of like a slide shape with your spine. If that doesn't feel good, you can come to child's pose. So again, your options are child's pose, puppy pose, or downward facing dog. So 10 breaths there. We're probably about 2 or 3 in already, so it'll take 7 more breaths. In and out through your nose. Keep your fingers spread wide. Rolling your triceps back. Lifting your tailbone high. 4 more breaths. Any point in time, you can come down onto your knees. Even though your knees are bent, keep stretching your heels down towards the earth. And lifting the pit of your belly up towards the ceiling. 2 more breaths here. Last one, inhale. Exhale fully. Inhale, lower down onto your knees. Bring your toes together, knees wide. Exhale, come back for a child's pose. So in your child's pose, if you're feeling like your head or your shoulders are at all strained here, you can make a stack of fists with your hands and rest your head on your fists. You can rest them on your hands. Or you can bring your block or your box over and rest your head there. Arms can be straight out in front of you or back behind you, depending on what feels best on your shoulders today. And just take a few moments here. Notice how your body feels. Let's take a nice sigh. So take a big breath in through your nose. Sigh it out through your mouth. One more like that. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Come up so you're back on your knees. I'd like you to move your blanket off your mat. And out of the way. And come down so you're laying on your belly. You can move your block to the side as well. And reach your arms straight up over your head, like old school Superman, legs long back behind you. Exhale out your air. Inhale, lift up your right arm. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift up your left arm. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift up your right leg. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift up your left leg. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift up your left arm and your right leg and your head and neck. Keep your gaze down towards the top of your mat. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift up your right arm and your left leg. Exhale, lower. One more time each side. Inhale, left arm, right leg. Exhale, lower. Inhale, right arm, left leg. Exhale, lower. Nice. Make a pillow with your hands, right palm on top of left. And just rest your forehead on your hands. Let your hips rest. Rock a few times side to side, releasing your lower back. Then switch with palms on top. And rest your forehead back onto the mat. Turn your toes out and your heels in. A little crocodile pose. Scoot my blanket a little further back. And then bring your hands underneath your shoulders and just roll onto your back. On your way back there, locate your strap or your belt. And roll all the way onto your back. Nice. Unwind your strap. Again, bend your knees. We've been in this position before, right? Knees bent, feet on the floor, knees lined up with hips. Take your strap, unwind it, and catch your right foot in your strap. Send your foot to the sky. Grabbing on either side of the strap with your hands, slide your hands down the straps. The backs of your arms are on the floor. And just like we did with our wrists, just circle out your ankle a few times in your strap. One way and the other way. Squeeze and flex your toes. And as our foot's in the strap, you'll notice my foot's going straight up to the sky. But depending on your hamstring, right, that's that muscle in the back of your leg, if it's really tight, feel free to keep your leg bent, or your leg does not need to be straight up to the sky. It can be straight out towards the wall, just so you can feel relaxed through your belly, but maybe a bit of a stretch through the back of your leg. Take a few breaths here. Let your shoulders relax on the mat behind you. Let the backs of your ears be soft. And then take both sides of your strap in your right hand. Take your left hand to the top of your left leg and straighten your left leg down on the mat. And slowly open your right leg to the right until you start to feel a stretch through your inner right groin, and take a pause. Press out through your right heel. Again, if this is a lot on your leg, feel free to keep your knee bent. Inhale, bring your leg back up through center. Here's the trickiest part of class. Are you ready? Take both sides of your strap, one in each hand, and see if you can take the strap off your foot, but keep your foot up towards the sky. It's like a little lasso action. Now flex through your foot, straighten your leg as much as you can, and slowly lower your leg all the way down to the mat. See if you can push out and get your right leg longer than your left. Nice. Shake your feet a few times side to side. Take a moment and notice, does your right side feel longer? Other side. Bend your knees, put your feet on the floor. Take your strap over your left foot, send your left foot up towards the sky. So again, it might be straight up towards the ceiling. Maybe your knees bent, or maybe you're here. But you want to feel shoulders relaxed on the mat, ease in your neck, and your belly soft. Then just move your ankle. Roll it around one way a few times. Roll it around the other way. Flex and scrunch your toes. And take a moment here, relax your ankle back, toes peel back towards your shin, and stretch your heel up towards the sky. See if you can find a bit of a stretch through the back of your left leg. And then take both sides of your strap in your left hand. Take your right hand to the top of your right thigh and lengthen your right leg long. Keep your right leg flexed. And slowly open your left leg out to the side, just enough so you can start to feel it stretch through your inner groin. Keep your left foot active. I'm running into the wall. You can use the wall here. So if you're running into something, maybe a wall, a chair, a piece of furniture, you can press into it. And notice how that informs the stretch. Inhale, bring your leg back through center. All right, trickiest part of class. Grab both sides of the strap in your hand. See if you can flick your belt off your foot without moving your foot. Nice. As straight as you can make your leg. Active, lengthen it down towards the ground. See if you can get your left leg longer than your right. Nice. And just wiggle your feet a few times side to side. Pull your knees up into your chest. Give yourself a little rock side to side. And then let both your knees go to the left. Open your arms into goalpost and gaze to your right. You start to let your eyes close and notice your breath again. As your mind begun to scatter. When you're in the end of our practice, the end of this video, it's easy to be checking your watch or checking your phone. Instead, check your breath. Bring your legs back through center. Send your knees to the right. Send your gaze to the left. Is your breath still smooth? Are you still breathing in and out through your nose? Does your breath feel different than it did at the beginning of class? And there's no right or wrong answer to that. It doesn't need to be different. It's the awareness of your breath that brings your mind into center. Bring your legs back and through center. Give yourself a little squeeze. We'll lay out for Shavasana, final rest. So you can lay just as we did at the beginning if you'd like, your knees bent, feet flat on the floor. You can use the blanket roll, wrap it around your ankles again to support the outer thighs. Or what I like to do is you can bring your legs up the wall. So you'll take your blanket and give yourself a little fold. So my blanket's maybe about 1 inch to 2 inches thick. I'm going to bring the monitor over here so you can see a little better. But I'll scoot my blanket up nice and close to the wall. Here, come closer. Okay. Here we are. So, can you see that? So my blanket's nice and close towards the wall. I'm going to put my hips up on the blanket. So what you do is you sit up and close to the blanket. All right, sit nice and close, and then you'll lay back. Hello, and send your feet right up the wall. Now, if you're one of those people who like to have your knees really bent in your single leg strap stretch, you might want to put another blanket or maybe a pillow under your hips, or just scoot your hips a little bit away from the wall so there's a few inches between your bum and the wall. If you need to pause this video to figure out how to get up onto the wall, take a few moments, pause the video, and start it up again. But once you're there, this should feel good. Let your legs be relaxed, allow your arms to be long. Close your eyes. And release any control you've had over your breath. Maybe you're still trying to smooth it out. Maybe you're still trying to deepen it. Simply become an observer of your breath. Notice the gentle rise and fall of your inhales and your exhales. I'm going to move my computer back to where it was, but you just stay right where you are. Allow your breath to be smooth. Allow your body to be soft. Allow any thoughts, worries, concerns to just float away. And give yourself these next few minutes to just simply rest. Breathing in, I feel calm. Breathing out, I feel peace. Breathing in, I smile. Breathing out, I release. Breathing in, I feel calm. Breathing out, I feel peace. Breathing in, I smile. Breathing out, I release. Feel free to stay if your legs up the wall and you're like, this is what I've been waiting for all day. Feel free to pause this video, stay there a little bit longer. Or even if you're on your back and this restorative pose is just feeling really good, feel free to stay a little bit longer. When you're ready to come out, if your legs are up the wall, just bend your knees, let your feet slide down the wall so your knees are now in your chest. Roll to your side. Take a moment, roll onto your side, just to let the blood come back into your legs and out of your head. Then using your hands, gently press up to a gentle seated position. Legs can be crossed or out in front of you, or you could be kneeling. And bring your hands gently to your heart center. Eyes still closed. Feel this blanket of peace, of stillness. To rest on your shoulders. Hold it close and carry it with you as you move into the rest of your day. Turning to it whenever life throws you challenges, brings up stress and worry. Just remembering your breath, coming back to it when you get scattered, when you get anxious. And just simply noticing that miracle that is your breath. Bow your chin down towards your chest. Rub your hands together, feeling some warmth and some heat, some energy. And bring your hands to your face, palms covering your eyes. Gently open your eyes into your hands. And then open your eyes into the room. Hands back to your heart. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, your evening, your morning, whatever time of day it is. And we'll see you again soon. Namaste.